It's an Eastern Conference clash as two clubs on opposite ends of the Eastern Conference table get together as Red Bull New York 2 welcomes in FC Cincinnati 2. And it is a special night for the defending champions as they unveiled their 2025 MLS Next Pro Cup banner just moments ago. And under the leadership of current first team coach Michael Bradley, the club won their first Next Pro trophy and finished as the top team in the East. And to make matters even better, at home they recorded 10 wins a year ago with only 1 loss and 3 draws. I'm Josh Lill, happy to have you with us tonight. And these two clubs, they live and die by an intense game model. For Red Bull New York 2, it's all about ball dominance and having an aggressive press. Those two have complemented each other nicely this year. And for Cincinnati, despite starting 0-4 this year, only scoring 2 goals, their victory over NYCFC 2, in the words of head coach Semi Castellanos, was a small weight off the club's shoulders. And for first-year head coach Dominic Vollert and Red Bull New York 2, Aiden Stokes makes his 3rd start on the year in net, recorded the club's first win in game number 1 this year against Crew 2. Aymar Sanchez occupies that central defender role, and Nate Worth is the only player on the roster to have played every minute for the second team this year. Here Jimenez, of course, in at striker, and New York top 6 this year in terms of scoring, and they've also conceded the 4th lowest amount of shots. It's a very well-rounded club this year. And when they get together with FC Cincinnati, they'll be led again by just the 2nd ever head coach of the club, Semi Castellanos, Fabian Mrozik, coming off the shutout victory against NYCFC 2, and the staff going with the hot hand between the 6. The back line unchanged from last week, and if Cincinnati want to improve in possessional play, passing from Leo Orejarena and Michael Sullivan will be crucial in the advancement of the ball. And up top, Shewu Niang gets the start and recorded his first professional goal in his first professional start last time out, and he's provided new life atop the formation with Ademar Chavez. FC Cincinnati 2 going with the 4-4-2 formation, but it is Red Bull New York 2 won the toss and will have kickoff going left to right in the black uniforms with white letters and numbers. Cincinnati in the road whites with dark letters and numbers, defending first, going right to left. Plenty to be excited about, as Cincinnati was dominant in this matchup a year ago, picked up 8 of a possible 9 points against Red Bull New York 2 in 2025. And New York look for their first victory in this series since 2024. Again, I'm Josh Lill, happy to have you with us tonight at MSU Soccer Park in Montclair, New Jersey. And again, a very cool moment at the start of the match as the 2025 MLS Next Pro Cup banner unveiled for Red Bull New York 2. Brings back all the great memories of that dominant run that they had a year ago and clinched their first ever hardware in MLS Next Pro. Not the first ever title for the club, though, as back in their USL days. 2016 were the regular season champs, aka the Player Shield winners, and ended up winning the USL Cup that year. Cross inside and right to the heart of Mrozik. Cincinnati with desire to play the long ball and end up committing the foul there. And Alejo Glume quick to the pocket and shows his first yellow of the evening. Leo Orejarena given the first booking on the season. And a late challenge there, right to the legs of Nate Worth. And that is a no-doubter for Alejo Kalume, who's been doing this just about as long as any official in MLS Next Pro. Amar Modella gets us back underway. Both the teams still in that feeling out process, and as we mentioned in the open, Red Bull New York 2. They want dominance on the ball. And again, play with such intensity. Haven't seen the latter of those two characteristics yet, but pretty sure they'll reveal themselves as we go through the full 90 here today. Quick touch and nice dish from Modelo up through to Worth. Wanted to switch the field of play and eventually working to the hosts. Cycled around in Red Bull New York 2 going. As you saw in our graphic, it looked like a 5-back system, but in reality, with how aggressive the outside backs are for Coach Voller, it'll look a little more like a 3-back system. As Yang Orr cutting through space, and Cincinnati cannot jar it loose. Rojas, that pass intended into the box, but a little overzealous in his attempt. Well, here's the visitors, their true first attempt to build out the back, and it did take a touch. As Lashar takes over the throw-in duties and unable to find anything to his liking. As Red Bulls, they just consume an egregious amount of space. Breathing room quite tough to find when you're taking on Red Bull New York 2. Into the middle, Pride free, and the hosts draw the foul. Great free kick chance, and this is about the identical spot that Andy Rojas had his game winner against New England Revolution 2 last week. That one came in the 5th minute of stoppage time. And you would like to think that Coach Voller has Rojas over this set piece. It is Rojas indeed. What a deja vu moment this would be. As Connor Faello over for some possible misdistraction. It is Rojas going for goal and over the head of Morozic. Well, if he did it once, he surely can do it again, and you'll live with that attempt if you're the hosts. Again, we talked about it in the minutes leading up to this match, how crucial that 1-0 victory for FC Cincinnati 2 was against NYCFC 2. For a team that struggled to put the ball in the net. It wasn't made any easier last match week. Again, just a 1-0 victory, and Red Bulls threatening. Ball sitting in the area and kept there as Nate Worth has his shot blocked by his own teammate, Mihir Jimenez. And FC Cincinnati, too, quite displeased with the call as That did go off of Jimenez, and Alejo Kalume looks to the near side official, not afraid to correct the decision. Smart play in the end by the head official. Morozic, who did record that shutout for Cincinnati, has quite the academy background, coming over from Liverpool FC in the English Premier League. Could be tested here. Cross inside, it does fall, and bicycle kick attempt rejected. Chance from distance. Rafaello, very aggressive, but doesn't quite test Fabian Morozic. Again, the former Liverpool Academy man, joined the club back in 2020, and his play was very prevalent in the success of the U18, U19, and U21 levels. Between those three, in 60 matches, recorded 19 shutouts. That's nearly a third. For those willing to do a little mental math on their Sunday night, it's not too bad for the Polish goalkeeper. But came to FC Cincinnati's first team on loan from Liverpool, and an opportunity in his third match of the year with the second team to do some damage and give them some life. And a solid defense in that back third from Aymar Sanchez. Not afraid to go toe for toe with the attack, and it is so crucial when the ball hits the box to be careful in terms of how high the ball gets. You don't want it to strike your arm or upper body in any awkward way. You want to avoid any contact as possible, and that's where Aymar Sanchez has played a key role as a defender on this back line for New York. Mistouch, chance, and a crucial denial from Aiden Stokes. He thought he had that touch cleanly off the corner kick, and it was heavy, and had to make an upper body save, and Red Bull New York 2 lucky to come away unscathed. Floating ball, and diving is Morozic to smother it. New York already with 4 shots, and that was just the first for Cincinnati. And for head coach Sammy Castellanos, you felt like the shots on target category, which they led against NYCFC too, 7-4, that was a step in the right direction, generating more chances, but now it's about getting that conversion rate up. For New York, it's been all gas and no brakes. Aymar Modelo has found himself a lot of room on that right side of the formation. It's just about which space will he exploit it. Going to the middle to Nate Worth, Mr. O Reliable for Red Bulls, is drifting inside on that left foot and eventually dispossessed. Nice ball up ahead to Nie. It's to stretch out this New York defense, and Cincinnati slowing up play, allowing for reinforcements on both sides of the ball to catch up. give and go. And they can't exploit it. And that's exactly what Sammy Castellanos wants to see from his side in this match. Understands Red Bull New York 2 and the club as a whole have a clear, distinct style of play. They want to press, be aggressive, and clog every single passing lane. And winning those 2v1 battles on the flanks will be crucial for any possible success for the visitors today, as an errant touch nearly goes out of play and the visitors able to keep. Short-lived ball, Modelo couldn't take control, and Cincinnati making noise. Cross with too much heat on it, sets up a New York throw-in. Well, if you look at this matchup's recent history, it's been all Cincinnati. We mentioned it top the broadcast. Out of 9 points available in 3 meetings with Red Bull New York 2 last year, Cincinnati 2 walked away with 8 of those 9. And there hasn't been a lot of consistent flow to the series between these two clubs, as Shirilla a little shaken on the plate. Red Bull New York 2 won the first ever matchup and would follow up with 3 consecutive victories in this history. But Cincinnati, 3 victories and a penalty kick win in the last 4 against New York. And Stefan Shirilla, who was slow to get up on that play, is tied for first in this series career goals category. He's had his way, and we'll see if he can unlock play on the attacking side tonight. That one poached away. Contained by the hosts. Only win for Red Bulls at home against FC Cincinnati 2 came in the first ever meeting between these two sides. They would love to replicate their performance that day here to continue their climb up the table in chase of Crown Legacy FC, who has not been stopped, but a chance. Wow, that's rifled! Dennis Yangor going across goal. The aggressive take pays off. Red Bull New York 2 on top 1-0 early. Dennis Yangor has had a lot of ball movement, and it comes from a nice pass. And again, going top shelf, and Fabian Morozic attempting to close down the near post, and Dennis Yangor not given a lot of breathing room, able to muscle it through. Dominic Vollert's side with a valuable 1-0 lead inside the first 20 minutes of play. Early starts mean so much to a club on any given day, and for Red Bull New York 2, have a target on their backs this year as defending champs. Able to come away with the first goal of the evening on a special night where they unveiled their 2025 MLS Next Pro Cup banner prior to kickoff. This portion of the match is brought to you by Sports Illustrated Tickets. Dominic Vollert, who has had an illustrious history on the coaching side of things, was an assistant under former first-team head coach Sandro Schwartz. Picked up that gig in January of 2024 and, of course, helped earn the club in berth in the Audi 2024 MLS Cup playoffs. Picked up an Eastern Conference title and, most notably, an MLS Cup appearance where the first team would fall to LA Galaxy. But Coach Vollert, part of 3 postseason appearances in 4 seasons on the first team staff, and that has to be so valuable coming down here to the second team. And he mentioned his time as an assistant. It allows you to gain a lot of confidence in yourself and learn from some spectacular coaches, as that one cleared away, but played up by the lone goal scorer, Dennis Yangor. For Coach Vollert, it was a critical time as an assistant to develop his own identity and his thoughts and beliefs as a coach, and got the opportunity to do that this year, and his side has been quite successful, to say the least. Ball up ahead, and Niang with pace, one-on-one chance. Oh, he puts it by. Aiden Stokes way off his line. And from 18 yards out, Shewoo Niang has scored in back-to-back matches in his first 2 professional starts. That's just pure speed atop the formation for Shewoo Niang. And he beats Amar Sanchez. Not a play he usually gives up, and a little miscommunication as Aiden Stokes was about as far off his line as he could be. Shewoo Niang, the Senegal native, came from the Rise Academy, where he led the Academy's U17 side in goals with 16 scores and 7 helpers on the U20 side. He signed on April 9th. And we talked about the spark plug that he's been and could be throughout the year for FC Cincinnati too. And his first 2 professional starts in the young 18-year-old's career. He has 2 goals. Funny enough, which both have been scored inside the first 20 minutes of his respective matches against NYCFC 2. His first professional goal scored in the 14th minute, and today, shortly before the 20-minute mark. And today, a couple of goals that you may not normally think would squeak by, as Dennis Yangor beat the keeper with one of the best takes we'll see in terms of difficult angled shots this year, and Shewoo Niang just not taken account for by this Red Bull New York 2 defense. Beats Amar Sanchez, and Aiden Stokes sure to think about that one. A giveaway for Cincinnati. Takedown near the 18, it was clean, and frustration shown from the visitors. Rojas into the attacking third. Beats the defender. His cross denied. It's a sitter. What a stop from Morozek. Fluid play by Rojas. Able to get it into the area. And left an eye-catching chance right in front of net. Chirilla under duress and taken down. And you could see just on that previous take, right, Andy Rojas is set to be a great first-team player down the line for Red Bull New York. Now, with that being said, he has appeared for the first team. Three matches for 109 minutes in his career, but this is a player at 20 years old who has a lot of upside, and you can see what he can do in the attacking third. One can be sure that consistent minutes on the first team will come down the line, along with the development, I should say, of Rojas. Both teams with a couple of early goals that have made this one quite interesting. And for Cincinnati, it has to feel good seeing success in transition. Again, in terms of passes attempted and completed, along with passing percentage, all three of those categories second lowest in all of MLS Next Pro. It's a team that not necessarily is looking to always stay in possession. They feel like they have a lot of quickness and don't just want to play through you, but over and around as well. In the midst of that, they've been able to create chances out in front, as there's one looming here. Played inside, Niang, the intended target on the header. Chance from distance, not even close. Long ball played. Tough run into the corner. It's back to Rojas. So dangerous at the edge of the area. And that attempt close, but not enough to test Mrozic on the play. Cincinnati will have to have their heads on a swivel today, as Red Bull New York 2, a team that can not only test you within the area, but they have the talent and skill to not only put up good shots outside the area, but even with attempts heavily contested, put themselves in an opportunity to convert on those chances from outside the 18-yard box. If you're taking on Red Bull New York 2, you have to take account for that they can hurt you in a variety of ways, but also very versatile in their distance to goal in relation to attack. Modelo through. Couldn't thread the needle. Modelo back on it. Wanted Niang on that near side, and it's intercepted. Niang has that pass deflected and won by the visitors, working in tight quarters and give it away again. The hosts have been so good at winning possession, not just in the attacking half, but in the attacking final third. Able to create those short field situations, which put the defense in scramble situations. Cool moment getting to talk with Cincinnati head coach Sammy Castellanos in the days leading up to the match. Of course, spent time at this very club, Red Bull New York, as this portion of the match is brought to you by Toyota. But not only was Coach Castellanos involved with Red Bull New York as a whole, but specifically with the second team. He started out as the head coach of the U23 side and eventually made his way to being an assistant for the second team, and was a big part in developing and acting as director for the individual development program. He worked in conjunction with Curtin Academy director Sean McCafferty when he came to the club to just reboot the program and introduce what is now known as the individual development program. And it's seen a lot of success, specifically developing players like Julian Hall and Matthew Dos Santos. It's all about high-level training. And for Coach Castellanos, he'll always have those fond memories, as he told me, of late-night film sessions, the long days, and all the sacrifices that were made to help take this Red Bull New York 2 side to a different level in terms of development. And he has those same goals with FC Cincinnati too, and has shared those with the first team and all the higher ups within the FC Cincinnati club. Coach Castellanos is mentioning a couple days ago that FC Cincinnati loves the ideas that he's brought to the table, and just as it did at Red Bull New York, it will take some time. But it's clear in that last match, the fruits of his labor paying off in a must-win match against New York City FC 2, and right now in contention with Red Bull New York 2. Ball inside, Sharilla can't muscle it through. Cross to the back post. Last touch by Red Bulls, and possession stays with Cincinnati. The black and red able to win it back. At the half-hour mark, Red Bull New York 2, even with FC Cincinnati 2. It was the visitors jumping out in front first, or the host, excuse me, Dennis Yangor, with a goal in the 16th minute. Shewoo Niang, for the second consecutive match, just 3 minutes later, evened it up at 1 apiece. This portion of the match is brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. Long ball, and it's Yangor again. Puts the brakes on along the byline and wanted that centering pass to Rojas. Couldn't finish the play, and ball sent into recycle for Red Bulls New York 2. Coach Voller pointed out in the days leading up to the match that the results by Cincinnati 2 not indicative of the team they are, and very much with a fighting chance both sides are. Here in the 33rd minute is nifty touch, and weaving through the middle goes Rojas. Pass down the left side. Entered in. Chance. Stop. Morozek. New York back on it. Modelo thought he had an opportunity to go toward goal. Cincinnati able to draw the foul. You can hear the wind on the broadcast, how violent it has been today. Doesn't appear to have affected too many passes in the air. The ball's so heavy it would take some ferocious winds to steer it aside as if it were a baseball. But a little bit of a colder day in Montclair, New Jersey, 49 degrees. The wind blowing 10 miles an hour to the southeast. Still in April, you can see the players, most of them, if not all, with long sleeves underneath their kits. As that one doinked off Modelo, but eventually corralled by Stokes to prevent the corner. He's off his line, and Cincinnati, too, with a near dangerous interception. They'll keep the ball. Orejarena drifting around. Wanted that feed back on the inside cut. Jimenez whistled for the foul. Opportunities in open space, that is where Cincinnati feel they thrive the most in matches. Of course, their goal today, a one-on-one chance with the keeper. As that pass not even close to the intended recipient. And Red Bull New York 2 win it high up on the pitch, as they've done so on numerous occasions tonight. Yangor dispossessed. Lashar taken down. Ayub Lashar, who we saw very aggressive over the last couple of matches for Cincinnati. Hasn't been able to get into those crossing scenarios as much as he would like tonight. It's a credit to this Red Bull defense. Although Cincinnati out in front for crosses, leading 5-1. Again, attempting to spread this defense thin. And to New York's credit, they've recovered quite nicely on a couple of situations tonight, where Cincinnati, too, won the ball up high via turnover or giveaway. Chance here on the break. Stefan Chirilla cutting inside, and Modelo falls right onto him. We do play on, according to head referee Alejo Colume. Yangor has had the hot hand and has seen a lot of touches. Played inside to Jimenez, opted back to Worth. Yangor the intended target, but a little in front of his right foot. Red Bull New York 2 dancing with a lot of ideas at the edge of the area. They've taken a couple of chances. Cincinnati has gotten the message loud and clear. Been able to prevent such chances from time to time here tonight. Again, you can hear the wind, my goodness. On a windy day that is 49 degrees, you certainly want to sit in the sun. Lucky for those fans across the pitch. My condolences go out to anyone sitting in the shade. It's that cold and wind. Well, it can't be too pleasant. Mrozik on it comfortably. Now the bright spot of this Cincinnati defense this year, the second most clearances in MLS Next Pro with 55 coming into today. That comes down to the cohesive play of all 10 field players, but specifically falls on the weight of the shoulders of that back line. Blashar, Sammy Lechikar, Andre Shirilla, and Felix Sampson have performed valiantly this year in just denying the ball and forcing opponents to reset their attack. Now a chance for these four players who, up at the halfway line, look to add a little spice to this match and possibly some late half heroics. Both goals for New York in the New England Revolution 2 match came in stoppage time, one in each half. Blashar has that one stopped. Aiden Stokes' stave stays in play. '40th minute, 1-1. Both clubs with the desire to break the deadlock at some point, and what a momentum shift it would be to do so here before the end of the half. Yang in pursuit and called for the foul. Other scores around the league. Portland up 2-1 in the 80th minute against North Texas. LAFC 2. Even with Earthquakes 2, 1 apiece in the 82nd. And in the 78th minute, NYCFC 2 lead Connecticut United 2-1. This currently the fourth game currently in play. Real Monarchs and Dynamo Dos set to kick off here soon. Niang wins the ball high. Room to work. Blashar cut off. Nice win from Modelo. Frustration up top from Dennis Nelic. Felt like he had a good run of play into the box and had the defender beat. Modelo couldn't pick him out on the play. Off of Cincinnati and stays with Red Bulls, who've led in passes 248 to 170 thus far. And have eclipsed 88% accuracy sharing the ball. Jimenez pressured in the corner, double teamed and looking to kill the clock here. Maybe draw a corner kick. Look for the deflection. foul there, a shove against Mihir Jimenez. Sammy Lechikar took the worst of that one. And a nice job of Cincinnati, where you have two players on the ball in a situation where Jimenez could easily draw the corner kick. Somehow they come away with a free kick out of this one. Not long after that sequence in the corner, Red Bull New York 2 win it back. Andy Rojas, who played hero last week, somehow fights through the contact. Breezes by a couple of defenders, plays it inside. Jimenez rejected. How about the ball movement from Andy Rojas? Weaving his way through the defense in a silky manner. Says, okay, I went down, you keep fighting. Past two defenders. Chance from distance, deflected into the air by Mrozik. And catches his own punch. Stoppage time just under 60 seconds away. Taken away by Modelo. Opportunity late. Takes a bump on the byline. His service, a windup, and a chance over the head of Mrozik. Dominic Vollert clearly instilling confidence in his guys to take opportunities outside the area, and Modelo took a bit of a shove there from Shirilla. Pretty clean first half of play. It sets up a short amount of stoppage time. Officially, it is 1 minute of added time.
As the fourth official on the side has indicated, there will be a minimum of 1 minute of stoppage time the first half.
Red Bull New York 2. That is their 11th foul compared to 5 for the visitors. New York with the third most amount of fouls in MLS Next Pro. Came into today with 91, now sitting at 101. Beautiful display of passing, and Worth goes down. Orejarena caught him from behind. And Red Bull New York 2 with one last chance. We'll see how long Alejo Calume lets the boys go. Modelo wants it. He's been aggressive in the attacking third. Yanger, the goal scorer. And that cross snatched out of the air. And there is our first half whistle. Our score at the break, Red Bull New York 2-1, FC Cincinnati 2-1. Coming up in our halftime show, one of the best player pathway stories we have seen unfolds after this brief timeout.
Can't rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions, trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next. Just know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now. Oh yes, man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Welcome back. Julian Hall has taken MLS by storm after helping Red Bulls 2 to the MLS Next Pro Cup Championship last season. Let's track the remarkable journey of this rising star.
Julian Hall, remember the name. It's that man again, Julian Hall. It's goal, it goes in.
Mehmeti, has he broken through here? Mehmeti across, Hall!
Swinging ball towards the back post, it goes. Opening goal for Red Bull New York, Julian Zakrzewski Hall.
Born in Manhattan, New York, Julian Hall found the game the same way a lot of kids in this city do.
I first kind of started playing soccer when I was around 4 years old. I would play a lot wherever I could, if it was a field near my apartment or wherever I could, basically. And I just remember, falling in love with the game and wanting to play as much as I can. There's a main place I would play. It's pretty popular in Manhattan. It's called Pier 40, and a lot of people go there. That's where I played with Manhattan Kickers. It's kind of where I really started to realize I really wanted to play soccer seriously and maybe make it professionally.
That love for the game turned into an opportunity, a move into one of the top academies in the country.
Julian came into our system at U14. I think he played about 3 or 4 games with the U14s. I was a U15 coach at the time, so I was observing those games, and you could see straight away he was a special talent. So he quickly got moved up an age group to play with the U15s that season. Made an instant impact with the older age groups.
The level changed quickly, and so did the expectations.
I was very excited to come in and show my ability, and I was playing with my age and I was playing a year up, and the intensity was a different level, I would say, from what I've ever played at that point in my life. So yeah, no, it's an amazing experience.
Chimueno scored off the bench against Seattle, and Julian Hall with the breakthrough! The Golden Boot leader rises to the occasion, and we've got an electric finish here in the U15 final.
He's one of those players that can get you up off your feet. Like, he's direct, he can take players on, he can score goals from inside the box, outside the box in really different ways. And, it would always amaze you how he would find goals in the game.
The next step brought a new set of challenges.
That was the biggest jump for me, going from academy to professional football. The intensity, the physicality, the football, it was all quicker than anything I had experienced before. And, I just thought I did a good job of staying level-headed and not being discouraged about little things.
Working to the midfield, now Gonzalez entering the box, across and a goal! Julian Hall puts the Red Bulls 2 on the board.
I was lucky to be coached by Ibrahim Sakaya, and Bradley Wright Phillips was there a lot of the time as well. They did a good job of helping me progress and helping me not get discouraged and keep going every single day and working hard. The coaching staff really mentored me very well.
Like, he's always striving to try and get better at something within games and training. And then, why he adapts well, he's a natural goal scorer.
For Julian, it was about staying level and keeping the work the same.
When you go to a professional environment, if you're doing the most amount of work and you're clearly working harder than everyone else, it stands out to a lot of people, and that can be something that separates you from everyone else. If you're a hard worker, that could get you to a lot of places, and I think that's just something that established me when I first came into the first team.
That work and mentality has paid off with the fast start of the season.
We're really happy with the way that he's moving himself forward. he has taken the ideas and has really shown that he is picking things up. Obviously, there's the attacking part, his ability to find chances, his ability to take balls on the move, to dribble, to go by guys, run in the box. The part that goes with it is how much work he does for us against the wall, how much pressing, how much sprinting, how much chasing, how much work he does to really make the game difficult on the other team. And so we're really, really happy with the progress that he's made. We're going to continue to push him.
As he continues to grow, so does the chemistry with his teammates around him.
I've known Julian for a very long time now. I see the way he works in training. I'm getting to know him more and more, obviously, as we play together on and off the field. And then when I step onto the field, I know where he's going to be on the field, what his positioning is like, where he wants the ball, left foot, right foot. And we're kind of growing that connection, which has been going in a really good way, and hopefully, to grow that connection even more.
Mehmeti, has he broken through here? Mehmeti across, Hall! 2-0!
I think it's just the trust with the coaching staff. Coach Michael, he's done a great job with us during preseason and putting trust in me to start the first couple games. It's a lot of credit to him for putting his belief in me. Obviously, I have to go out there and perform to the best of my ability, and thankfully, I've got a couple goals so far. And the goal is to keep progressing throughout the season.
Talent and work ethic have helped Julian's dreams come true faster than even he could have predicted.
I've always dreamt of becoming a professional soccer player, but I never really expected it to happen so fast, to be honest. Earlier that year, I was still just playing academy, and I was progressing well, but I never thought it would lead to signing a contract later that year. So it's kind of a lesson there just to be ready for anything, and anything can happen very, very quickly. You really just have to put your all into whatever you're doing, and things can happen. I think a big thing is just self-belief, because when I was playing in MLS Next, I was signing a contract later that season. I had no idea. I did not have a plan on signing that year. That was not in my plan at all. I think things like that can come from just you doing as much as you can, and things will just happen by itself, as long as you're working hard and giving 100% every single day, good things will happen. And, thankfully things came to me that year, and, you got to be grateful, and you got to use it as much as you can to your abilities.
Such a cool story from the former Red Bull New York 2 man, Julian Hall, who's having a lot of success on the first team and a big part of the success of the individual development program. Red Bull New York 2 and FC Cincinnati 2, even at 1 apiece. But let's take a look at scores around the league. First up, Crew 2 with a victory over Revs 2 to put them at second in the Eastern Conference. Atlanta among the best in the East, shutout Fire 2, and Inter Miami 2 still winless on the year after their loss to Huntsville. And looking at the upcoming schedule, we'll have Friday Night Lights between Toronto FC and New York City FC 2. And Crown Legacy continue their chase for the Cup against Carolina Core, and CT United hosts Union 2. Taking a look at halftime highlights from the first 45 minutes of play. A couple of goals inside the first 20 minutes, but look at this chance and a save with the head from Aiden Stokes. After that heavy touch, and Red Bull New York 2 would find a bit of their groove. Jimenez would opt off to Dennis Yangort and record his first goal on the season. That would make it 1-0 in the 16th minute. And just 3 minutes later, Shewuni Yang, second consecutive match, and just his second professional start with goal number 2 in the young career of the 18-year-old. Red Bull New York 2 would not be done, still creating chances, and Mihir Jimenez would have that one stopped, and winning the ball high was key for the success of the hosts in the first half, as Andy Rojas had a go from distance. They brought a lot of variety in their attack, chances both near and far. Cincinnati would have the last opportunity of the half. Taking a look at the first half stats, 11 total shots between the two teams, and Red Bull New York 2 getting a little more chances on frame, and that has paved the way for them to move a little more fluid on the attack and test this FC Cincinnati 2 defense. Both sides a little aggressive, 9 fouls apiece, and also have been quite out front on the run, resulting in a couple of offside calls. But We only had 1 minute of stoppage time and 1 minute of yellow card, or one yellow card, I should say. So aside from the booking and a couple of goals, it's been a pretty clean first half of play and sets up an exciting second half coming up in just a few minutes.
Yeah, boys hear sentiment, flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still sticking ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best, can rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions, trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next, just know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next, just know we got now. Oh yes, man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next, just know we got now.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
The unique energy of a Sunday night. Ideal for calm music, whispers, stargazing, reflection, and a relaxed environment. Sunday nights were made for this.
Will a deadlock be broken in the second half between Red Bull New York 2 and FC Cincinnati 2? Stay tuned. It's going to be an exciting second frame of play. Both sides each with a goal inside the first 20 minutes of play, and a high volume of shots from both sides. Home substitution. Jack Meisen for Cincinnati 2. The 18-year-old from New York City originally will get an opportunity late in this one. It's his 5th appearance, started in 3 matches already this year. He comes on for Stefan Chirilla. Shewoo Niang, a young pro, and if these past couple of matches, including today, are any indication of what's to come in the career of Shewoo Niang, there is a lot to be excited about. Again, made his first professional start and scored his first professional goal just a week ago, and today in start number 2, picked up goal number 2. Will his number need to be called again? All your questions will be answered here in the final 45 minutes of play. Lejo Kalume signaling it's Cincinnati 2's ball. Going left to right. Red Bull New York 2 right to left. There's the whistle, and we are underway for the second half of play between Red Bull New York 2 and FC Cincinnati 2. I'm Josh Lill. Could not be more pleased to have you with us tonight. We hope wherever you are watching from that your Sunday has been peaceful and you're closing out with some good football here in Montclair, New Jersey. MSU Soccer Park on the campus of Montclair State University, the home of Red Bull New York 2. And again, a big night on hand at the stadium as the club unveiled their 2025 MLS Next Pro Cup banner. Now sits beside the USL Cup banner from 2016 that Red Bull New York 2 won a decade ago. It's crazy to think how fast 10 years go. And for a lot of these players who are coming in at the age of 17, 18, or 19 years old, the next 10 years of their careers are sure to fly. It's a fun time and a lot of promise for all the players you see on the pitch. As Niang, nice one touch, but whistled for the offside. You talk about the young ages and having a chat with Sammy Castellanos about the importance and development of the pre-formation age group. As Red Bull New York 2 threatening a chance in the box, just wide. Nate Worth had a go, and it took a deflection. Nate Worth, such a good job off the ball and sees that deflection, and that is just a smart play from the 19-year-old. That is patience at its finest in high IQ movement off the ball. Cross in, it's low. And last off of Cincinnati. Back-to-back chances from the corner spot for Red Bull New York 2, and not a sight that they see too often. Second lowest amount of corner kicks won on the year, 15 coming into today. It's sitting, and it's punched home. It was worth the wait, and Nate Worth puts his side out in front in the early phases of the second half. Not a lot of corner kick chances this year. Today, on just their third opportunity from the corner spot, Nate Worth doing the dirty work inside the 6-yard box. This one deflected off a couple of players. Fabian Mrozik not even within the vicinity of that ball, and all Worth had to do was punch it through a couple of Cincinnati 2 defenders. Just like that, the defending champions back on top after scoring first.
Red Bull 2, scored in the 49th minute by number 22, Dennis Youngnor. Red Bull 2, FC Cincinnati 2-1.
Apologies, Dennis Youngnor with the goal, and that makes it a brace today for the Norwegian. Rojas back around. Played through. There is Nate Worth. And that ball intercepted. One back. Cadigan starting the play, and it falls to the feet of Modelo. We saw open a lot of space up on that right side in the first half. Cincinnati too making the adjustments. Modelo not able to work vertically or horizontally on that previous touch. Very right side dependent. Hops off to Yangor. Worth on it. A chance that might have been poked. It was indeed by Mrozik. Another corner kick, plenty of them. Early on as Nate Worth heads to his set piece duties. Out swinging ball. Popped up right to Mrozik. Red Bull New York 2 setting a high line. Left a little room in the back for Cincinnati 2. They couldn't catch up to it. And in terms of that daunting press, coached very well by Dominic Voller. His message to me was he wants the team to be active and just not wait for the opponent. Felt like against New England, they weren't themselves in terms of the pressing game. The intensity came a little more in the second half. It's been very much present here today. Chance in the area, that shot blocked. Dennis Nelic working through the half spaces and firing a chance again from distance, like so many Red Bulls players have done today. Another corner kick. Red Bulls wanted to give and go along the byline and unable to make it happen. This portion of the match is brought to you by Sports Illustrated Tickets. Four players atop this line for Red Bull New York 2. Really 5 up there, if you include Worth. Late whistle, but foul eventually called in favor of Cincinnati 2. Both of these clubs not exactly fouled a whole lot, but certainly not the least amount in the league. Red Bulls have been fouled on 76 occasions coming into today. 58 for Cincinnati too. Able to dance around that contact and evade any aggressive play from the defense today, though. Fouls 11-8. Red Bulls leading. Dennis Yangor's brace has the hosts up 2-1. Kept it and fought in the corner for it. Vaiello there. Service into the area, deflected. Rosick not afraid to take on Niang again after that fast break goal, but has to be quick with his feet. And Stokes plays it forward. New York able to maintain. Such a big part of their offense. As talked about, Nate Worth had 3 assists in the playoffs a year ago. That experience is quite invaluable. Flick up ahead to Rojas. Chance on the break, Rojas! Back-to-back matches. And out in space, Rojas, lethal, makes it 3-1. Andy Rojas with his 2nd on the year. And just as we talked about the passing abilities of Nate Worth, he plays it forward and right on cue to Andy Rojas. Able to finish past Mrozek. Red Bull New York 2 has found their groove. And as we get ready to hit the hour mark, they have full control of this one.
Red Bulls 2, goal scored in the 58th minute by number 70, Andy Rojas. Red Bulls 2-3, FC Cincinnati 2-1.
They'll get another chance right in the attacking third again. Countless occasions creating, again, those short field situations. I sound like a broken record, but that is what they've done. They've utilized that press to win the ball high, and it forces Cincinnati to ask a lot of questions and create a lot of thoughts in those scenarios. There's the hand up for offside, shown by our head official, Alejo Colume. Worth dispossessed. Long ball to Niang. Beat by Stokes. And clears it into the stands. Other finals from today. New York City FC2 hanging on to defeat Connecticut United 2-1. North Texas defeats Portland in penalties. And LAFC2 victorious over Earthquakes to 2-1. Real Monarchs in first half stoppage scoreless with Dynamo 2. And later on today, Orlando City B hosts Carolina Core. SKC and SKC2 will host Whitecaps 2. And at the nightcap, 8 p.m. Eastern, Rapids 2 and Minnesota United FC2 will do battle. Charlie Holmes set to come on for Cincinnati. Started 4 out of his 5 previous matches this year. Could bring that late match fire that Cincinnati desperately need as Worth to Jimenez. Dancing on the ball. Nice hold up play to reset. Get it out to the flanks. That's what makes Jimenez so dangerous. The decision making getting better by the day as that one bounced off the defender and out for another corner kick. The second-year player for Red Bull New York 2, one of many players on this current roster that were a part of the team that lifted the trophy a year ago. Header in and over Mrozek. Neymar Sanchez, the intended target, and Charlie Holmes now on for Cincinnati 2.
And your attention, please. Substitution for FC Cincinnati 2.
Dylan Hurtado out of the match, and Holmes coming in. The former UConn man has that special bond with Ayoub Lachar. The two played together for the Huskies in their collegiate days. Sanchez, that central defender today. Devin Cadigan, the academy product. A major connecting point for this offense when they choose to play through the lines. You see him come down to the back line and offer a bit of support to take the weight off the shoulders of the outside players. Cadigan in the black kit wearing 61. New York playing the long ball up to Jimenez. Hand in the face and easy whistle for Leo Kalume. Shewu Niang. His foul brings down Neymar Sanchez and awards the ball to the hosts. We have nearly double the amount of passes of FC Cincinnati 2 today. 408 to 220. But have been dominant in creating shot opportunities, 19 to 7. The sun beginning to set here in Montclair, New Jersey on a windy and cold day at MSU Soccer Park. Red Bull New York 2 with a commanding 3-1 lead late. Fialo took on 3 defenders and eventually lost it. Rojas with the interception. Centering ball. Yanger looking for the hat trick. And it's tipped away by Mrozek. And he was that close to the big number 3. Looking at this replay. Rojas, good vision to find Yanger sitting right in that central column. And it did take a touch. Before Mrozek was able to poke it away, it would have been a corner either way. It's Nate Worth from the corner spot. Alejo Kalume cleaning things up inside the area. Taking measures to prevent any extracurricular contact before, during, and after the play. Rojas, another block. Red Bull New York 2 has been very good on the second chance opportunities. Seen it several times today where a ball takes a deflection. And a player in the right position for Dominic Vollert. That's great. Situational awareness coached by the staff. That can really be an advantage for a team if you just know where to be on the pitches. Jimenez can't muster that header through. Rojas. Yangor on it. Hounded. And loses it eventually. Off his foot last. This portion of the match is brought to you by Toyota. Even through all the adversity that FC Cincinnati 2 have faced this year, Coach Sammy Castellanos still with high expectations for his side. Told me a couple of days ago they are continuing to do training review sessions with players every single day. Feels like the important factor into developing good footballers is resiliency. The club, and specifically FC Cincinnati 2, opting to go with a younger team. Willing to go through the learning curves of having a young team versus, bringing an older player in that has experience, get goals, and gives you the wins. But by going young, you're paving the way to develop talent, a good chunk of it, and bring that forward to the first team as Jimenez wanted all of it and got none of it. Sammy Castellanos mentioning he wants to turn FC Cincinnati 2 into a machine, not just results-wise, but on the development side of things. Quite different scenario for Red Bull New York 2. This time around, we're down a man in their victory to New England. And the fearlessness that you've seen today from the hosts was on display in even greater fashion last week against NYCFC 2. For Dominic Vollert, that was one of the things he's been most proud of his club this year. To continue to press and not take any excuses as there's a collision on the far side, and Leo Kalume goes to the pocket for a second time today. Hefty collision there. Red Bull New York 2 able to benefit.
As the referee has issued
this one
a
goes
yellow
against
card.
Ayub Lashar.
Number 65, Ayub Lashar, at 69th minute.
His second on the year. And the second of the day for FC Cincinnati 2. As we reach the 70th minute. Christian Gallagher set to come on for Red Bull New York 2. Rosick pressured. Jimenez got a touch. And Cincinnati in trouble. Alejo Kalume not calling on the substitution quite yet. Play will continue. This portion of the match is brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. Chance on the break for Red Bull New York 2. Dennis Nelich wanted it on the near side. Has made a couple of good runs today. Shown a little frustration as he was unable to get that look that he so desired. Again, off-ball runs have been the narrative for New York today. Modelo, back post. Another one-time chance. It somehow stays in play. Kept in. Will Kiesel, the next substitution for Cincinnati. Excuse me. Stumble there. Seems they have found themselves in their own defensive third for quite some time this match. And the substitutions finally whistled on. Christian Gallagher, the Red Bull Academy man,
for Red Bull New York 2.
Scored 1 goal in 1 appearance this year.
Third minute, number 89, Christian Gallagher. Christian replaces number 92, Dennis Nelich.
Ayub Lashar makes way for Will Kiesel. Kiesel, a third-year player for this Cincinnati side. Also an academy player. Had a goal and an assist last year.
He replaces number 55, Ayub Lashar.
And on that substitution is just the greatest display of what MLS Next Pro provides. It's that opportunity at the professional level for academy players to play high-level football in very important situations. Gallagher, of course, called on to finish the match out and possibly aid in adding another. Whereas Will Kiesel, it's about limiting the damage and finding a way to open up the floodgates for his side, and those valuable lessons for those two teenagers can ultimately be crucial in their development as we near the 75th minute. Shots now 24-7 in favor of Red Bull New York 2. That dominant, intense style of play to dictate every action of the opponent has been matched and even surpassed at times on the pitch today. New York with that clear identity, and they've lived up to it in this match. Now over the next 15 minutes or so, it's about finishing. Yang has scored like this once already. Handled well by Aiden Stokes. Stokes, a first-team player and New Jersey native. In 24 matches a year ago. Averaged just under conceding 2 goals per match. Recorded 6 clean sheets in the process. The first-team player in his 4th year, appearing for the second team. Ball far from him now, and Mrozic was set to be tested. And that opportunity denied by the defense. Bad giveaway. Jimenez. Gallagher retrieves. inaccurate ball. Eventually won. Edamar Chavez. Wanted the run there of Jack Mize. Little miscommunication between the two. As we mentioned at the halftime break, up next, Red Bull New York 2 will stay here at MSU Soccer Park and host Columbus Crew 2 at 5 p.m. on Sunday. They lead that all-time series, 6 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. For Cincinnati, they'll go home to take on Toronto FC 2 at 7 p.m. on May 3rd. A little bit of a break for Sammy Castellanos' side. They trail in that all-time series, 3 wins, 7 losses, and 1 PK victory. Much to look forward to for both sides as Gallagher nearly found Yanger. Cincinnati again pressured in their own half. They've struggled to escape it at times. The direct play up to Shewu Niang has found its success over the past couple of matches, but play out of the back and getting Andre Shirilla and Felix Sampson involved has been limited. Gallagher cleanly taken. Chavez double teamed and loses it to Cadigan, who wins that short battle. Dennis Yangor taken down right at midfield. And there is the booking. A third against FC Cincinnati 2. It's shown to Andre Shirilla. A trio of bookings shown to the visitors, and let's see what happened here. Takedown of aggressive nature for Shirilla. With just under 11 minutes to go until the announcement of stoppage time. It's all New York right now. Opportunity to make it 4. A crafty move. The defender put on ice. Niang nearly connected, but Aiden Stokes the right amount of aggressiveness that time.
Keep going, push it, Mikey, come on, keep going.
Benny Rodriguez, the first of 2 substitutions. Ready for Dominic Fuller. The second of those 2 substitutions, Marco Morigi. It'll be the MLS Next Pro debut for Morigi. Red Bulls able to win that foul. And the substitutions are on. Morigi, the first substitution in for Andy Rojas, and congratulations to Morigi
And your attention, please. A pair of
on
substitutions
his
for
MLS
Red Bull
Next Pro
New York
debut. A
2.
big moment
Entering the match in the 80s.
for the youngster.
Number 42, Marco Morigi.
Benny Rodriguez,
Marco replaces
the second of
number
2
70,
substitutions,
Antonio
another
Rojas.
academy player,
Also entering the match,
part of that cup
33,
run a year ago.
Rodriguez. Benny replaces number 52, Aymar Motello.
Under 10 minutes to go until stoppage time. Ball deflected and won again. I mean, passing lanes, playing them have been dominated by New York tonight. There's been no room to work for Cincinnati, unable to, again, get crossing play. Not only be effective, but just happen in the first place. It's been a tough defensive match that Sammy Castellanos knew it would be. Gallagher. Worth took to the turf. Charlie Holmes, after a not ideal pass, running with pace, fighting through Gallagher. Gallagher simply wanted it more, but Cincinnati stick with it. And that cross over the head of Niang. Frustration from Felix Sampson. As time running out here on the visitors. Win here today for Red Bull New York 2. Would jolt them in a tie for second with Columbus Crew 2 at 14 points. But still a long way to go for Red Bull New York 2 if they want to win the Eastern Conference again. And of course, it's only April, but right now Crown Legacy on an otherworldly run. Haven't suffered a loss. 6 wins and a PK victory has them at 20 points. Giovanni Marioni, the next substitution for Cincinnati. Jimenez on the ball, taken down. And it's a goal kick. Substitution called on, and Marioni will hit the pitch for the first time tonight. Marioni, the former Chicago Fire 2-man, appeared in 11 matches back in 2024, but didn't see the pitch in 2025. Now signing his first professional contract coming into this year. Makes his second appearance in 2026. Jimenez thought he had a penalty, but not the case. Ball one in the area. Kicked back out. Cincinnati in transition. Another takeaway, and Red Bull New York 2 beginning to slow play down. And this is where conditioning has to pay off in those intense training sessions for Red Bull New York 2. Players able to go the full 90 with that high line of press, and are just as aggressive in transition and setting up play as they lose the ball there. Jason Borey and Aiden Jarvis set to come on, and another chance inside. Good defense from Red Bull New York 2 to prevent Shewoo Niang from recording the brace. He's frustrated, felt like he was fouled on the play. Niang so good in open space. Collides there with the defender. Shunya Sakai not shying away from the run of Niang. In comes Aiden Jarvis.
And your attention, please. Substitution for your
And then
Red Bull New York
followed,
2.
excuse me,
Entering the match in the 88th minute,
by Jason
number
Borey.
38, Aiden Jarvis. Jarvis
Jason
plays for
Borey,
number 80, Nate
a
Ward.
defender in the Red Bull New York Academy system,
Number 38, Jason Borey.
makes his debut today. And what an opportunity
41, Shunya Sakai.
for the youngster. And a day of celebration for Borey, as he'll get a couple of minutes here in what is set to be, unless there's any crazy change in the scoring line, a Red Bull New York 2 victory. You can hear Leo Kalume wants Connor Faello to hurry play up. Does not want to issue a yellow card for time wasting, but New York players at this stage of the match might be content with it. Cincinnati now in a hurry. Morigi initially won it and swung around to Dennis Yangor. With a brace that right now on pace to secure 3 points for Red Bull New York 2. 3 minutes of stoppage time officially announced at MSU Soccer Park. Ball sat in the midfield, and a late whistle as Felix Sampson took a cleat up on the higher part of his leg, shown to Marco Morigi.
And referee has set a yellow card to Red Bull New York 2, number 42, Marco Morigi, in the first minute of stoppage time.
Gallagher up ahead. Jimenez unable to get to the ball as it was Sent away by Sammy Lechikar. Jarvis spinning around to Gallagher. Denied and off the side netting. Getting 3 points today would put New York in a tie for second with Crew 2. And that sets up an exciting matchup next week on April 26th, as two top 3 teams in the Eastern Conference will go at it. Red Bull New York 2 with 6 wins and 9 tries against Crew 2. For FC Cincinnati 2, if this result holds, they'll fall to 1-5 on the year. And they'll remain in the depths of the Eastern Conference table. Last match, a step in the right direction, but today just a match against a formidable defense that has made life difficult in so many facets for Cincinnati 2 today. Opportunity to end the match on a high note. Mize drifting inside and tripped over his own feet. As it's kept in by Aiden Stokes and eventually picks it up. Hit the 3 minutes, and there is the final whistle. Red Bull New York 2 continue their quest to a successful season as defending champs and come away with 3 points, defeating FC Cincinnati 2 3-1. And tonight's man of the match presented by Adidas, Dennis Yangor, recorded the brace for the Red Bulls today. His first goal in the first half in minute number 16. Got things started off in emphatic fashion from the pass of Mihir Jimenez. Put that one home from a difficult angle, but he would not be done for the day. On this corner kick, scrappy play inside the 6-yard box. It would fall right to him, and he wouldn't miss. 2 goals on the day, and the only 2 this year for Dennis Yangor come against FC Cincinnati 2 here this match week. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Josh Lill. Once again, our final score is Red Bull New York 2, 3, FC Cincinnati 2, 1. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Have a good night.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.